All right. All right, Moby Dick swing continues. Today we're gonna talk about grip. Okay. So let's say for the conversation, 10 finger grip is out, double overlap is out, and the other variation grip, we're not gonna talk about it. And then we're gonna only talk about interlocking and overlapping, okay? Personally, I use overlap still, but mainly let's stick with the interlocking grip, okay? Obviously, Scotty Scheffler, Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus, all interlocking. So traditionally long finger in overlap, shorter and chubby finger interlock. That's usually was a rule of thumb. But anyway, you can choose overlap or interlock or do the initial job, okay? Now, modern days, they are so big on rate of club face closing. Once again, if you're a right-hander, you want to avoid left, then you generally will be a good golfer. Straight shot is not the way to play golf. You have to create the pattern and stick with the pattern and play boring golf. That's how you play really well. Anyway, so in order to, so for the right-hander, like I told you before, avoiding left have a high probable chance you'll be a better golfer than avoiding right, okay? So anyway, I don't want to go into detail as far as the why that is such a case, but we'll have that conversation some other time. Now, then, if that's the case, how do we avoid left, right? So the path, how the club is moving, which direction is moving, is shaped, spin the ball, pretty much. So if you coming outside in, ball will spin generally left to right, so you avoid left. Okay, that's general rule of thumb. Now, club face can look at left, but not so severe left. Okay, and so either square or slightly left, but not severely left. Okay, so for the right-hander, severely left is something that you have to avoid. Okay, so let's dive into the main topic, grip. So let's say you are using again, the location of this V, either with one knuckle, two knuckle, three knuckle, usually zero, one knuckle pointing at your chin, we consider that's neutral. But if you go a little bit to the left of it, that's a weak grip, right? And this V pointing in, and you see three knuckles, they're pointing to the right shoulder, that is generally strong grip, right? So let's begin with like Colin Morikawa left-hand grip. He uses neutral grip, okay? But he uses neutral grip. Again, let's start with the basic. Neutral grip, if you see the club, one hand, it turns quarter, okay? So I'm using right now, weak grip, but short thumb, or long thumb. Weak grip with a short thumb, long thumb, the location, okay? And also weak grip with a thumb to the side, or we call it the boat, the app side, right here on the side, or to the other side. Straight, right, left. Long thumb, short thumb, two variation, or left thumb to the right, or top, or left. Let's find out in terms of rate of club face closing in a weak grip. So once again, I'm gonna use weak grip and a long thumb. I don't have to stretch. I mean, we're not forcing it to turn, but just natural turn. It turns less than a quarter. Okay? If I use a short thumb, very easily I can do quarter turn. Okay, so here we are, people are debating whether you should use short thumb or long thumb. Long thumb with a weak grip will give you rate of closing slower than short thumb. See that? All right, so there's something to think about. Again, there's no right or wrong. Okay, one more time. Weak grip, basically pointing chin to slide to your right of the chin with a hardly either 0 knuckle or 1 knuckle. Okay, long thumb will get you less than a quarter. Short thumb will get you a quarter. Okay, now let's examine weak grip. Keep the weak grip, but thumb on the right with the short thumb. Short thumb, long thumb on the right gives you slightly more than a quarter turn. If it's straight up and down, short thumb gives you about a quarter turn. And then short thumb with the left thumb on the left side, almost like a no V, but almost straight line. Take a look at what happens. Almost like slightly more than a long thumb straight. I know it can be very confusing, but you have to play with that. How to avoid left. Okay, so combination of so far, the best, in other words, slowest rate of closing is weak grip with the long thumb pointing to the left. Then that's the only thing I can turn. Not even quarter, not even half of the quarter. Long thumb gives you a quarter. Long thumb with the right side, which is very uncomfortable, may give you as much as short thumb. Okay? All right. I personally do not use this grip, this combo. Okay? Simply, the reason being is I need to hit it further. So this requires tremendous ball. If you use, let's say, weak grip with the long, it requires to, just like a Colin Morikawa, yeah, or right now Tishambo using it, you have to be really low and then just held on to it. Okay? It's very difficult to do this. Okay? So weak long thumb is the slowest rate of closing. Next one is short thumb, weak grip. If you turn it to the left side with your thumb, that is really, really slow rate of closing. Okay? All right? So I personally use then, let's say left-hand grip, let's say strong grip, pointing it to the right shoulder. Okay? This time, let's say strong grip with the short thumb, and then thumb is on the right side. It gives you half turn very easily. So rate of closing, half turn. Okay? Now, let's use a short thumb instead of on the right. Let's say they are almost touching it to the left side. Let's take a look at it. I cannot turn more than, a little bit more than a quarter. Okay, so strong grip, your thumb is on the left side. Rate of closing is slightly more than weak thumb on the right, basically. That's the grip actually right now I'm using to avoid rate of closing to be really severe. So you can do, once again, somewhat stronger grip. See yourself 1, 2, 3 knuckle, okay? But thumb is on the in the top or a little bit towards the, so they are touching it completely like this instead of V. Thumb is touching its side like this. Okay. So main difference is, once again, long thumb will get your rate of closing slower, but then short thumb will give you rate of closing slightly faster. And then your thumb on the right side of the shaft gives you more rate of closing, and then to the left side give you less rate of closing. That's the main thing you can understand. Okay, so play with it and find the one that it works for you. Okay, have a nice day.